Hey everyone, I'm Royal.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is Exposed. We got a great episode for you today. We're in our chic, nice black dresses. Vanessa's got an amazing haircut.
Yep, if you noticed.
Show off those hard layers.
I just went and got it, and it was coming off a little bit Willy Wonka, but now we're looking good. Now we're chic.
We're looking good. Should we talk about the tarot cards we just pulled?
Yes. Okay, so as always, we're in our bag. So Royal pulled the Six of Pentacles, which is all about the balance between giving and receiving.
Ooh,
and
I give a lot. I just give so much, and I'm ready to
the tarot
receive.
cards were like, it's okay. Well, you don't always have to give things. You can have nice things too for
I'm just,
yourself.
such a good person, and yeah.
I did the King of Pentacles, and that is about financial security, and I'm not sure who the cards think that you're talking to, but maybe it's that tax return's coming in soon.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
I feel like I've been talking about this tax return for a minute, so I'm waiting, IRS. Anyway.
Okay, I can talk about what I'm wearing. Mm-hmm. Little bit hypocritical today. I am in this Skims dress. The Skims dress that I got from Essence. Of course, yes, did we totally hate on Kim K so much and talk about how...
And I'm judging so hard and aggressively, even though I also have that same dress.
Next week I'm getting taken off the podcast. It's gonna be Vanessa and good old little Bonnie over here.
Yeah, Bonnie's been trying to get your seat for years now. So
yeah, and I'm not wearing any shoes, just black socks.
You can't let the dogs out on camera. Oh
no, the shoes are right over there, but we're too late in this podcast to put them on, so I really don't care.
I just noticed that.
Yeah.
I am in the cutest little dress that I stole from my mom. Bonnie, I'm not going to move her because I'm not heartless. No. But it's got little ribbons on each side, and it's velvet and black.
Very cute.
Yeah, she's had it forever. It's been my dress that I've worn to every little event, all the funerals that my ex-husband's.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. And then the stars of the show once again. Hold on, I'm going to take my shoe off so you can't see it.
These beautiful.
The Sandy Liang. We got these at the sample sale, so I might just go right into that because that was insane. But they're
Sandy Liang?
That's what I said.
No, you said Liang.
Roll the tapes back. Sandy Liang is ballet. They're not the ballet flats, but they're like a heel.
Yeah, they're like Mary Jane's, but with a ballet toe. So beautiful, so
and
great.
As I mentioned, they were at the sample sale we went to on Friday. So literally
in the heart of Chinatown.
In the heart of Chinatown, as soon as I'm done with work, race over there because it was already open for since 10 o'clock, and it's 5:30. I'm rushing over. Oh my God, the line was so long.
See, you said that, but I have,
I've seen worse, for sure.
And we did wait for a long time.
We waited for an hour, but it's good when you have a friend and just a good old Mary Jane,
right?
So we had a great time. We were just catching up.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my God, we were one of the last people to get admitted.
Oh, there was a lady who was trying to do everything. Are you sure? I just can't come in and look. And I'm like, girl, wrap it up.
Literally. So we were the last people to get in there, and they're you have 10 minutes to check out.
Madhouse. The vibe outside and then walking up into the sale, everyone was rummaging through. It was so funny.
It was so hectic, and I had friends that went the day after, and they got the same notes back. But oh my gosh, I feel like I should have gone in with a game plan. Because I was going to get something for Max's parents. They're having a vow renewal. And they said, okay, get something either navy or pink. And this is kind of what the colors I have are. Yeah, I was maybe I'll check out that sample sale because, I know she always does those two colors. And I don't know why. The second I walk in there, I go right to shoes, and I pick black shoes.
No, my wardrobe is honestly being slowly choked out by just everything being black. Black and dark green. I'm girl, that's all I'm wearing.
Yeah, I don't really want to change that.
No.
But yeah, no. I'm laughing because literally Max's mom texted us and was don't come in there with all black like your New York selves. And the 2 things I got this weekend were all black, and I was specifically looking for pink.
Literally.
But anyway,
So
that was good. All right, what else we got?
Sample Sarah was super hectic.
I will say, because I feel like I always want to know how much did they cost. So originally, I think they were like $700 or $800. I like tried them on a year ago, and obviously when I saw the price, I was like, all right.
Didn't Miss Sandy herself check us out?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Wait. But they were $700 to $800. I got them for $200. So that was, I'd say, a fucking holy grail shoe
Oh my God,
for that.
we love that.
But yeah, Miss Sandy checked us out, and I was like, of course, being like, oh my God, Sandy Liang is right here. And, like,
I'm literally just like, I don't know what she looks like. Didn't know if it was her or not. So I'm like, so how's your day going? Probably like hectic, right?
Yeah, you were being so cool and natural. I feel like I gotta just like know less.
Listen, they're just like us, Vanessa, okay?
But I was just like, oh my God, you're so cool. And then she was so sweet. She was just like, oh yeah, no, it's been so busy. I'm like crashing out.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna crash out. We're like, okay, girl. Yeah, honestly, if I was in here the whole day, I would be too.
Yeah, it was very stressful, but like they actually had so many pieces and things there. Like all the shoes, my friends went back and like they still had. I went, the last time I stood in line like that ever was like 2 years ago for the Marc Jacobs sample sale, and it was crickets. It had nothing in there. I was so mad.
Oh, I remember, I think they had one, maybe end of last year around like Chelsea. And I saw probably like 3 TikTok videos in a row of people just being like, I went in there and there was nothing good. Like all the resellers came in at the very start. Which I feel like is such a problem here, but obviously it's New York, you know?
Yeah, you gotta find any way to hustle.
Yes, no. And then later that day, I went to Williamsburg for some drinks with some friends, and then we went to 2 bars, Horses and Divorces, which I was like flirting with this girl, and she literally was like, this is like a dive bar. This is like a bar that's pretending to be a dive bar. You know, it's not actually a dive bar. And I was like, yes, we're right off of Bedford Ave, and it's just white, like, finance bros and stuff all around. And then we went to...
I have to say, I feel like for a bar called Horses and Divorces, that's such a sad thing. Like, that could have been a really cool, like gay bar. Like, I would have loved that.
Right. The vibe was cool. It's just kind of, you know, it's just like whatever, a dive bar with like a pool table and stuff. But then we went to Rockarola after, which is this like punk type, you know, it's called Rockarola. And they have they serve most of their drinks in these giant goblets, and they're like $15 each, and they try to kill you. They try to kill you with these. And I am like such a lightweight, like being on all of
just
my hormones and everything. Like I literally have like half of a vodka Red Bull. Then we go to Rockarola, and I'm like, I'm going to get something that looks like it won't be heavily, you know, have alcohol in it. Girl, no. Girl, I got to like half of this drink, and I was like, I literally can't. Like I'm about to, I don't know. I just really, they like try to kill me every time I go there.
Yeah, there's like a secret ingredient, and it's just like 90% absolute abstinence.
Well, that, and I took my estrogen shot earlier that day, and that just F's with all of my tolerances. But yeah, that, I don't know, I feel like I just have to learn my lesson every time, but I stopped myself. I feel like I'm very proud I stopped myself. But that was fun. And then on Saturday, we had a full day.
Yeah. No, we both went home and crashed, but we went out filming. So new video will come out eventually, but
yeah, who knows when.
Yeah, you guys will get us alive on the scene.
Yeah, we went to the Lower East Side, went to some stores that we like, some like clothes stores. We went to some clothes stores that you won't see because people don't like free promo. You know, they don't like us videoing and being like, we want to highlight the, you know, your store because we like it.
Yeah, I feel like we can be a little salty about it, but like I still like them and I won't
No.
go in there. But like,
Yes.
it's like some of the very snobby fashion stores. So if you can guess some that we left out,
if you can guess out of the million snobby fashion stores in the Lower East Side.
Yeah, there was also some that were just way too busy, like filled with people for us to film, so we just left. But
I got my first ever JPG piece, which I will be wearing. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to show it until next week. I'm going to be wearing it next week because we have a nice little runway review episode for you. Oh, Bonnie parking.
Sorry, headphone users.
Oh, God.
You know what? You wanted to be okay with a dog on the podcast, so I'm very sorry. I was like listening to the last one where Bonnie barks randomly in the middle, and I was like in my office and I heard
Oh,
and I literally was like looking around like, oh my God, there's a dog here.
I know, I'm gonna have to turn down that part. I'm like, ugh, she loves to let us know that people are here.
She is a dachshund.
And we're not gonna cut. You think I'm gonna give me more work to do? No, we're not cutting that.
No, this is full Trisha Paytas. Like, you're getting all of it.
But I got my first JPG, and again, we're gonna do a nice runway review. Girl, and it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited. We were like finding a bunch of good looks and some looks where it's like, what were they thinking?
Agreed. But I also, when we were shopping, went and got this $45 skirt, super cute, from Lamb's. So you can check out the other video that we will soon have.
Exactly.
And you can see me show that off.
The other big thing was your girl was just on Thursday on set for the whole day. I just, like my life is so hard. I was being filmed for this company called Folks, which they do like hormone, they do hormone like therapy and like healthcare for trans and non-binary people, and they like did a whole interview with me talking about trans healthcare and like a bunch of other things. It was so fun to do. I was literally there for like 10 hours. Call time was like 7 a.m. But girl, they paid for both my Ubers. So we love that.
Let's just say Royal is getting ready for her EGOT.
Yeah, exactly. I sang too. They were like, oh my God, you do music? And so I sang and played guitar, of course. But it was a really fun time. It's nice. I've been on sets where like I'm the one who's a part of the crew, and being the talent is nice. It's
Wouldn't know.
Get out of here, girl. This is a set right now, and we are the talent.
I know. If I want to be the talent, I have to produce the whole thing.
Oh, God. Yeah.
All right. We're ready to go into what's new in fashion?
Yeah, you got a lot. We both got a lot to talk about. You got a lot to talk about.
Warming up my vocal cords. No. All right, recession core is coming in. The tariffs have absolutely fucked us, but get ready for your potato sack dresses. The long hemlines are gonna come back.
Makeup.
It's on the rise because it's like you can't afford dresses, but how can you change your look? Makeup. Taller heels because now workwear and anti-men fashion is going to come in because we're going to be like, don't look at my body.
Well, I'm always anti-men fashion.
Yes, but it's actually going to be on both sides. So liberals will be, anti-men fashion, baggy pants. You can't see the silhouette. And then
your juicy legs.
These juicy, say goodbye. It's the last time. And then conservatives will be even more trad wife. They'll rename it into something else. But yeah, it's gonna be quite sad. We're gonna have to make shit stretch. Long hemlines, taller heels, and kind of having to power dress because we're all gonna be trying to work harder, get more money.
God, we love just like seeing. Of course, I feel like this has been such a thing the past few years where everyone's like, guys, why are we living through all the important things that are going to be in history books? Like, why every day is it some like unprecedented thing? Like, we are both on recession number 2 in our lifetime, and girl, I don't even want to be on recession number 1. Like, this shit is so insane. Yeah, you had like Modesty rebrand and like more trad wives, and I put as a bullet point, I will try everything in my power not to have this happen. Like I don't like trad wife. I don't like trad wife at all. I'm
Me
just not a
either.
fan. Like Nara Smith, love you, girl, but like not for me.
I feel like that'll be more the conservative side, so I think we'll survive this. But yeah, I was just thinking, like, while we were at the Sandy Liang sale, um, it's like such an ultra hyper feminine brand. So like, of course, like my version of doing that would be like the black version of these shoes, because like everything else, it's a little too girly for me. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. It's cool. The other thing about the tariffs is that means like quality is gonna go down. I work in-house for like a fashion brand, and because basically 98% of our clothes come from outsourced places, or at least they're produced, or the materials something they're not made in America. That's something every fashion brand is looking at. It's like, okay, all of these tariffs are going to be so expensive, and in luxury I think they won't be affected as bad, but it still means like the consumer is going to have to pay for that. Like rich people will still be rich, but like
I really think like people put zero thought into like, you know, how this is going to affect like actual supply chains, because I've seen takes online where they're like, well, if you're making things in America, you should have no problem with it. But I'm like, that is just like not, you're going to get supplies to make your things from everywhere else. You know, like you got to get the cloth somewhere, you got to get your machine somewhere, you got to get this whatever somewhere. And I'm like, it just really hurts my brain, because I'm like, this is literally going to F up. So it's effing up every single thing.
yeah.
And I'm like, we're really going to like see all these prices change. And honestly, I have zero confidence that once the tariffs come off, all of these brands are going to drop the prices. Why would they drop the prices? Like, I do not see, you know, I don't know. I'm just like, this is literally effing everything up. And I can't wait to be paying like 30 to 40% more for all of these things. But I really do hope that like all of these billionaires who supported Trump are realizing how it's going to be, you
affecting
know,
all their businesses.
Yeah, and their revenue.
Like, yeah.
Ugh.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, I don't really have much more to like say about billionaires. I hope that they suffer greatly.
Oh, eat the rich. Eat the rich.
But yeah, like all your fabrics and zippers, stitching, innovation spend is gonna go down.
No YKK. No YKK zippers.
No, she's done. She's done for. You know what?
That's a deep cut. I feel like that's a deep cut.
Well, okay, the YKK zipper is a really nice zipper. It's like one of the nicest you can get. So I think like everything from the zippers to stitching is gonna just be worse. And quality and fabrics, everything's gonna kind of go cheaper, because like luxury brands will go from like 4 to 6 times. They'll mark up the price of like what it actually costs them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you know, they're not in the business of losing money, so.
Exactly. I'm like, how about we just raise wages? How about we get a $20 minimum wage out here?
Yeah,
Mr.
love
Trump,
to see it.
Not calling you president. Not calling you president.
Mr.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
Well, I want to say something stronger, but we'd have to cut that out.
Not suitable for YouTube. Maybe when we get the Patreon up, we can cut something in there.
Exactly. We have all the freedom.
Okay, Cory Booker. That is MF of the week.
Yeah.
Cory Booker, he had a 25-hour speech. He didn't go to the bathroom. He was dehydrated.
On the Senate floor. He's a senator, if you don't know who he is.
Okay, if you don't know who Cory Booker is, like...
Didn't he run?
Educate.
Didn't he like run? Didn't he ever run for president?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
I believe so.
Though people were mad at him a while ago because he was like heavy supporting the TikTok ban. No, but yeah, shout out his 25-hour speech.
Yes. It was, I will have to say, like, it wasn't an actual filibuster, technically, but in the past, like, for filibusters, Republicans will just read, like, children's books.
Yeah, Ted Cruz did Green Eggs and Ham,
yeah.
didn't he?
But it was the first black senator for New Jersey, and he broke a record for the longest speech ever made in Congress that was set 67 years ago by a Democrat who spoke
Strom Thurmond
in opposition for the Civil Rights Act.
Which I'm like, how racist do you have to be? Very. Like, no, that man was so, like, can you imagine that? Like, he's like, no. And no, do you know the whole thing about how he had a black daughter? Because he, like, had an affair with a maid.
Oh, so this was just personal drama here that he was standing up for. It's really just a bad father is what this is.
This is giving the pastor who is gay, who owns the conversion camp, you know?
Yeah, that adds.
No, but we love seeing, like, that's very poignant, having, the first black senator in New Jersey who breaks that record and everything. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's good. Though we don't support any specific politician. I feel like we can't endorse anybody, but MF of the week specifically for that.
Yeah. But like, to me, we've been calling on senators and people in our government to do more. And like, that was a big thing. Like, although it's not a filibuster, it did absolutely disrupt the like legislative chamber and delay the vote. So, I appreciate like, it's kind of like, we are so down in the dumps right now, and like we even had a conversation with one of the ladies at the vintage stores yesterday about like how in despair we are.
Absolutely.
But like, we have to remind ourselves that there are people in our government that are not just like willing to go down without a fight. And there are people that are gonna like fight for you, and we have to give that same energy back. We're not just gonna roll over and die.
But like, it's so hard. Can we?
I mean, I was thinking to myself, like, could I stand and talk and not get water, not go to the bathroom?
Girl, I could.
You could.
Well, let me tell you, I talk so much, I talk in my sleep. All right.
But could you stand up for that long? Like 25 hours is so long.
No, it's very hard. I feel like you definitely have to, be physically fit and everything to be able to do that. It's not an easy thing to do. Though it's probably easy when you're reading Green Eggs and Ham. Like,
yeah, I feel literally. Like I know they were sitting down. I know Ted Cruz was not standing. No. I know he was literally. Anyway, I hate him.
So insane.
That I can say.
Yeah, though we could go so much into this. So many opinions. So many like. Things are so effed up right now, which obviously everybody knows that. We all know it's so effed up. And I'm just like, we got 4 more years of this. And then it's like the next presidency after this is literally just going to be fixing everything he effed up.
Yeah, I would like for once, can we get like a snowflake in office? Because I feel like
we get someone woke, like, please.
We keep getting like moderate Democrats or like, I'm like, they're not Democrats or moderates. Like, if you guys get to have the absolute biggest psychopath fascists, can we get full Bernie Sanders, AOC, communism, like bring them in?
Listen, we need to find some common ground, okay? Like, we need to make sure we're like, no. The common ground meaning the people who want to literally erase trans people from the world, and then the people who don't, like...
Like, if you guys get to have your absolute insane fascist, I think it only makes sense to balance out the world that we get our crazies.
We need a project, 2028. Like...
Yes! Oh my God, we'll be writing one right now.
Exactly.
In between our next shoot. Okay, next thing, Katy Perry and the other woman going to the Space Blue Origin. That's like the name of the mission.
Jeff Bezos's space company.
They're taking off on April 14th. And Andy Cohen, I feel like you really missed out to do a Real Housewives of Space. They said like all the mission leader, I forget her name.
Lady Liberty from New York says
they said all of these women are storytellers in their own right. They are going to be able to tell what they felt in different ways. This is important because the first crew that was made up solely of women in 1963 wasn't even really made up solely of women. It was just one woman that went on a solo mission, but that is the Russian astronaut Valentina Tereshkova.
Valentina, love her. Love her.
Katy Perry quoted, "Space is going to finally be glam. Let me tell you something. If I could take glam up with me, I would. We are going to put the ass in astronaut."
Oh, okay, Katie. Okay.
You know, Katy Perry nowadays, I don't know how much I can rock with, but...
Well, right, there's the whole thing with her working with Dr. Luke, who was Kesha's abuser on her new album. I think we do have to say that. We have to give...
So did Kim Petras. Let's not forget that. I know she is our queen.
So sometimes I'm just like, girls, what are we doing? Obviously, it's nuanced, and it's like, okay, as being a woman in the music industry, like...
True. Also, I'm not obsessed with her, like, fashion rebrand, but... I have to remember in times like this, when I read a quote like that, I will give her the respect of when I was a child and I stood
when I felt like a plastic bag thrown in the
drifting
wind.
through the wind, when Teenage Dream was my bop, So
of course.
We'll give Kesha the grace that she asks for, but...
Yes, we love you. We love you, Kesha.
I do feel like...
I brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack every morning because of you.
That's Kesha.
No, I know. You said Kesha. Oh, you didn't mean?
I totally meant Katy Perry. My bad.
All right, well, whatever.
Anyway, shout out Kesha.
This is a messy episode. We got a dog barking. We got loud cars going by. Anyways, okay. This is something I want to talk about. White Lotus cutting a non-binary storyline. I don't know if you've been keeping up with White Lotus. I have. I've been watching the whole season. But it's just like there's a group of 3 white ladies, and they're just like these... so stereotypical, but apparently one of them had like a storyline of where her kid was non-binary and she was like working through that, and the writer and the showrunner was like, oh, we cut that out because the political climate changed.
Yeah, it was
and I'm just like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I just think it's so ridiculous because I don't know, I think it's crazy when they say things like that, when I'm like, I hate making these like comparisons and saying, well, if you said it was like a black child, people wouldn't be like that. Like, obviously, it's just this overarching thing of like, what do you mean this political climate? Like, why are you bending to... It's giving, Target giving up the DEI. It's like, what is the point of this? I don't know if you have, like, what are your thoughts? Because I'm just like, really?
Yeah. I mean, I know Mike White, the director, he's openly like very awesome guy.
That's the thing is I'm like, okay, you guys are like progressive. Like there's been good storylines in this. So it's just weird that
to me it feels like he's getting like shut down by the network or something. Cause like that doesn't feel like him. I feel like he would have really pushed for that. And especially him coming out and saying that probably means that, whoever's funding it is not like allowing it.
You gotta play the game. But I was just like, it's just always disappointing to see.
I'm not watching this season as of...
Yeah, no, I get it. I think a lot of people aren't. I've heard mixed bags, but...
Yeah, it tries to give it a shot with the first episode, but honestly, I know those 3 white ladies are supposed to look all the same, but it's kind of just a lot of white blondes, and typically that gives me bad vibes.
It is so crazy, the dynamic. I don't want to go into it because, like, whatever. Most people probably haven't seen it. But I don't know. Obviously, one non-binary character isn't going to change everything.
Yeah, I mean, they literally show flaccid penis and things like that.
But when you take it out, I'm just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? To move on, Morgan Wallen, get me to God's country. Like, he was on SNL, and then typically, if you don't know, on SNL... after the credits roll, they have like just rolling credits and still like it's a camera on the set with all of the actors. He instantly leaves the set and then posts on his story, who, again, if you don't know Morgan Wallen, he's like this big country star, has controversies because he said the N-word, gotten super belligerently drunk a bunch of times, and like thrown furniture off like a super high balcony on to a street. Like,
oh my God, I'm gagged.
Not the vibe. And also, SNL is just a lot of their choices with people. I'm just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But then after the episode, he goes and puts on his story a picture of a private jet and says, get me to God's country. And it's just giving, like, I want
I kind of
the
like love that energy. Like, I hope that that's how New York makes
oh
Republicans
my
feel.
no, yeah, honestly, it's like, babe, we don't want you here.
I'm like, yeah, you better run.
No, but I'm like, really? So you want the fame that comes from this, and you want to like profit off of all these things, but you're like, no, this is too liberal. I'm like, dude, you're a snowflake. You're literally a snowflake. Like, you can't handle
You're
this.
partaking in snowflake
Like,
things.
he got just so triggered. This is what I'm doing now is I'm flipping the script on conservative people.
I love that. Good.
And I'm like, oh, you got too triggered, like you
had to run back home to mommy and daddy. Yeah. And your little PJ.
Yeah, mommy and daddy, not mommy and mommy or daddy and daddy.
Yes, right. Because Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Oh my God. But I literally was just laughing at that so hard because I was like, dude, you're already an idiot. Like, oh my God.
I loved the memes that came from that,
yes.
though. So, like, shout out. Like,
no, yeah, all the gay people, like, flipped it,
That was so good. I was dying laughing because I don't really watch SNL, but, like, I did hear a little bit of, like, that. I saw screenshots of his thing, and then everyone's tweets just had me dying laughing.
It's so funny. Well, and then, like, literally people are... As Morgan Wallen, like, left the set, people were zooming into cast members' faces, being like, like, did you see that? Anyways.
New York's hottest club.
Oh, you want to do that now?
I mean, that is next.
Well, I thought we had Bernie. I had a couple more things.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I admit you skipped to the bottom, so I thought we were done. So, but okay, nope, we'll go back. Bernie Sanders at the Jordan SB Navy release. So there was like pictures of Bernie Sanders and like a bunch of sneakerheads, and people were reporting like, oh my God, Bernie Sanders shows up for this like sneaker release. But really, he was just like walking around Burlington, Vermont, and he saw like a big line and people who were...
Yeah. It's really like all of us. You go to the line, you're like, what is this for?
No, literally, people who were there said, he goes, what do we have here, gentlemen? Sneakers? And then he, like, waited to check them out, which I, like, love. I love that energy.
It's like, cop or drop, like, which one? Which one? That's funny. Tilda Swinton, who I love, is opening up an exhibit in Amsterdam.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be, like, I think some, like, retrospective of her career because she did some collabs with a bunch of directors, Luca Guadagnino being one who, if you don't know, did Call Me By Your Name, did Challengers, did Queer, just a bunch of it, Bones and All, which was like another Timmy movie. Loved. I honestly am really excited because she made like a bunch of original pieces for it, and I'm just like, cool. Girl, let's see what your quirky self came up with, And then last thing, then we can get into New York's Hottest Club.
I'm itching for it.
Our T-girl T.S. Madison just opened up a starter house in Atlanta for formerly incarcerated Black trans women, which, like, we love to see it. I think trans women, and obviously Black trans women especially, who are incarcerated, have crazy high rates of SA in jail because a lot of times their gender will not get recognized, and they'll get thrown in men's prisons and just get essayed very, very frequently. And so I think it's really great seeing her buying this house. And obviously, formerly incarcerated people who leave jail have a hard time as it is, but she's going to be providing access to health care, like psychological support, meaning like mental health support, and also professional development. Like, it really just makes me so happy, seeing obviously this community being supported that really doesn't get a lot of support from the broader, culture and our country and everything. So
also,
shout out to that. That's a bit of like, it's some light in the darkness.
Yeah. I love that she did that in like the South. I don't know if she's from Atlanta or anything.
I know she's like based there, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just feel like, when we have our pockets like New York and like, some very liberal cities. I know Atlanta's everywhere that's kind of a large city is educated and is liberal. But I do feel like when the South could use some like projects like that, which is amazing. It is, like you said, a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's good to spotlight some nice things that are happening.
Exactly. We love to see it. Okay. New York's hottest club. You got most of them.
Well, it's really just one because I'm very passionate about it, but our Google Doc is like very long swipes. But there is this place called Incredible, which is in Gowanus, and it's owned by pole dancers, and it's a pole studio. They do like fitness classes and things like that. But it's all the instructors are amazing pole dancers and nightlife dancers, also just all kinds of dance. But what they have there is pole spin, pole aerial, heel classes, movement, dance and flow, flexibility, conditioning, specialty classes.
All around.
It's like the most fun thing I've ever done. I don't like exercising at like the gym or anything. Like I need to be doing an activity.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love to dance. I'm really bad at choreography. Like I cannot remember anything to save my life. So just going to the club and busting out a move. That's more my speed, but it's really fun to like learn all the tricks. Yeah, I think it's like really just a cool place to highlight. I feel like it's a super safe and welcoming space. And I'm always one of the worst in the class, like by far. When I first started, I was like in this class with an instructor, Sunny, and I would like jump onto the pole, and he literally came up and was like, no, less jumping.
Oh God.
Less jumping, more upper body. And I was like,
yeah.
I don't have that.
It's hard. I think people do not realize like you got to be fit.
So fit. And honestly, I was so inspired by this instructor, Sunny. He is the person that like invited us to the whole class to Thirst Night, which is how I know about it because they were performing. And yeah, I don't know, it was cool. He's got like really an awesome body, so it made me want to like work out. And then I came back to his class, and I was like the first person to get this trick that he showed us, and I was so proud of myself.
I love that.
But yeah, definitely something to keep me humble.
There we go.
Definitely I don't know, like I would recommend, even if you have no upper body strength, you should try.
Maybe work up to it.
Go.
Just go.
Go full throttle.
Okay, great. We're going to take a break right now, and then we're going to finish that out and then kind of finish out this latter half of the episode. Okay, we're back. Vanessa, literally, you got to say what our friend Sinead just sent you.
Yeah, our friend Sinead just sent me a funny meme. It was, let's start tariffs by putting 200% on podcast equipment for men. Which, agreed.
Girl, those are the tariffs I can get behind. Like, yes.
Yeah, I'm there. Let's start putting tariffs on men.
Yeah. Anyways, back to New York's hottest club. I have two that I want to say. The first one is New York's hottest club is thrift stores, not the vintage ones, not the vintage expensive. But if we're going,
I can't get behind that. No, fine.
But you know why? Is if we're going all out recession core, like the thrift stores that are picked out and good but have good prices. I'm putting a lot of asterisks.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to know where those are. I would love to.
The Lambs one we went to in the Lower East Side was good. I also know one other one.
I feel like that's a good vintage store.
Yes, but I guess when I hear vintage, to me that means it's all going to be overpriced bullshit.
All right, fine. We'll put Lambs. I just feel like that was a very well-priced vintage store.
Yes, well-priced compared to the other ones.
Yeah,
sure.
To me, like thrift can be is like Goodwill and Salvation Army.
So then I guess I do mean to say cheap vintage store.
Yeah, but maybe I'm just getting too nitpicky.
No, but like I get what you're saying. I think we're on the same page.
Yeah.
We're on the same page, different book. Yours is in French, mine is in English.
Makes sense.
But the other one is, which is opposite of recession core, which is Ubering through Manhattan on a nice day.
You feel like a celebrity, I swear.
Oh my God. Well, so I went from, the shoot that I did on Thursday all day. We got out at like 5 p.m. and I Ubered from Hudson Yards all the way down to, my apartment by Prospect Park. And it was like 70 degrees. everybody was out, and we literally like went straight through West 4th, right next to Washington Square Park, and the vibes were just beautiful. I was like, oh my God, I love this city. Like, you just see everybody's out and happy.
When you get
So
to go by the
great.
water or over the bridge,
Yes.
the view's so nice. So I started getting so car sick now.
Oh my God, right?
Especially in Ubers because they like stop and go.
Oh, I also, okay, Friday night going to like rock roll and everything, I had a woman Uber driver and the vibe was just so great. I was like, this is amazing.
It feels like that, like Leonardo DiCaprio or Da Vinci, not DiCaprio. I'm having a day, guys. Let me be.
Who
but
painted the Mona Lisa?
The like hands where they do this. That's
yeah,
what it feels like when
what is it? It's Adam and God.
Adam and God. When you're like drunk and a female Uber driver comes and picks you up, it's like, oh we're gonna get home.
Yeah.
Okay, New York's worst club.
Oof.
I'm coming for you, Bathhouse.
Girl.
So if you guys don't know about this, basically they got completely outed on Reddit, on the New York Post, the New York Times, they had ex-employees coming out and saying that there were conditions plagued by mold, grime, worms. So that's absolutely disgusting. And then on Reddit was absolutely clowning them for having horrible, like people were getting UTIs for Bathhouse. And Max was just reading me this letter yesterday, and I read
it.
You did?
Yes.
I went to go look at it today to like type it up, and it's taken down. So
wait, I wonder if I screenshot it. No, but it was insane. So there's this thing that happens. This person was making Reddit posts, just being like, guys, I think I possibly got a UTI from like Bathhouse. And then Bathhouse sends them a letter, not even like a cease and desist, that was like, well, you've been defaming the company and we looked through your Reddit posts and it's probably more likely because of your sexual history. Like literally slut shaming, being like, because of your sexual history, that's why you got these UTIs, which how insane is that?
Yeah, they're like, we have always met New York's health standards. It was so aggressive. And they're like, you need to take your Reddit post down. Well, it's your sexual behavior, far more likely.
Is so gross. And I'm just like, you're saying what these Reddit posts are speculation. You're speculating too. Like literally, why would someone having a sexual history equal having UTI? Like doesn't make any sense in the slightest.
No, it's
ridiculous.
Literally horrible. Their marketing has been insane. I've seen 10 million ads for Bathhouse on my Instagram.
I just know if we went to their Instagram and we looked at their comments and like their TikTok, they would have the comments turned off. Like
Probably. Like this is coming from someone who's been going for like 6 years. I've been going to Bathhouse, and so I'm like devastated. But honestly,
Girl, let me move over a little bit. Like,
no infectious disease or nothing going on here. Although I am on antibiotics for something else. Had a little cut my hand, but we're surviving. But literally, last time I was there, it's been a while because they are disgusting. Like last time I went in the bathroom and they have used tampons all over the floor.
No, don't even
all over. Like so gross, and people walk around barefoot and like they go in and out and nobody showers before. Like you're supposed to go shower in their like showers and then go. And they do not like uphold that policy. They don't care.
I'm sorry, my parents have drilled into me that like public pools, these types of places, they just do like they never like them, and I'm just like I don't like them either. Like I'm just not a big. I know you love it. I know you love it.
I don't have a bathtub, and I want a bathtub. I want a pool. I like being in water.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really nice one called Air, and like I wish I had the money to go to that all the time.
Yeah, I guess I am like okay if it is a nicer thing.
It's so luxurious. There's like so only a few people can go in, and they like you there's a bathroom attendant, so they make sure you go shower and everything, and it's so fucking clean.
You know what I want to try? I want to try those sensory deprivation tanks.
No.
Really?
Hell no.
No, but they clean those. But yeah, you get, if you don't know,
I'm not worried about the fucking sanitary.
You just don't.
I don't want to have no light and sound. Are you out of your mind?
No, I feel like that would be so. I don't know. I feel like it'd just be kind of like a crazy experience.
I feel feel like you could get that for free. Go to the bathroom while you're on acid.
And close your eyes.
Yeah, just go to the bathroom, close your eyes, turn the lights off. I got nothing to do with that. Like, that sounds
that's
literally
the poor
my
woman's
nightmare.
sensory deprivation. It's like, yeah, just close your eyes and plug your ears, okay? Like,
I have a few more things about Bathhouse, but the owner apparently was just horrible. Has a mug that has the word snowflake tears on it, like that kind of guy. And like the baths are heated by crypto.
that shit is
Like,
so dumb.
I rolled. I did like love that they were like a fair price, but honestly, it's not a relaxing. Well, it's like they let you have the like bathhouse experience for a price that's like somewhat affordable.
Okay, I guess the massages. I was looking at the massages and they
Oh
were pretty
no,
pricey.
the massages are expensive.
Yeah, like $150.
But like just to do a bath, like and the saunas and stuff, it was nice. But
okay.
I'm pissed and devastated because we have a gift card from there, and now I'm not gonna
You're
go.
like, maybe
But-
you'll see the other amenities.
Well, they do have a really good restaurant,
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't believe I can get a UTI from eating food. And
First time for everything.
no, knock on wood.
No, yeah, not gonna win.
But yeah, no, like even they just fill it with way too many people. It's not even a relaxing time. It's literally a club when you go there.
Oh, God.
They have like the music is so loud and people are like screaming in there and it's crowded. Like years ago, it was not like that. It was like super chill and like clean. Like they had really good bathroom attendants and it was not. I don't know what's been going on there, but
And then they probably had 9 influencers do TikToks about it. Bathhouse is the place to go. Anyways,
that's it on the bathhouse.
that's it on the bathhouse. We can
Be
move
careful
into
out
Rex,
there. Yeah.
right. Yeah, be careful out there. I have 2 racks. Okay, my girl Pink Pantheress just came out with a new single. Ugh, so great. I don't know if you've seen the video, but the video is just like her and a bunch of her friends and stuff in Victorian dresses. And
oh my gosh, what's it called?
the song, God, fake fan. The song is called Tonight,
Okay.
and she is bringing back plaid like
Okay.
stuff, and she just always has amazing, impeccable style that people love to hate on her for. People love to hate on her for her style, but like
She is our Y2K queen, though.
she is exactly. But
People
like,
just don't know what Y2K is. 'Cause she
Right.
brings out authentic Y2K.
yes, she does. So we'll put the link in the description to the music video, but I loved it so much. And then also the Marias, who just they're one of the bands where I literally love every single one of their songs. Pink Panthers too. They had 2 singles, Back to Me and Nobody Knew, on repeat, girl, on repeat. Like that has been heavy. Those 3 have been just heavy in my rotation.
Okay, I love that. I have one rec, and I got it from a playlist I just randomly was listening to. It was like called New Rap when I was like on a run with Bonnie to the park. I like running to rap because it makes me like really try hard.
There we go.
But I have no idea about this artist, so if he's like horrible, like because sometimes with rappers you can get iffy.
Right.
But the song is called No Sweat by Key Glock. And I like it because it's super funny. The song will be like, there's one lyric that's like, yellow diamonds, cheddar cheese. And as someone that is hopefully going to get a yellow diamond in the next,
who knows?
tick.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding. In the next, decade, I
X
hope.
amount of decade. Yeah, I hope too.
Let him build up a little time. Miss Thing wants a big rock.
What is a yellow diamond from the moon? Like
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm okay with a lab grown diamond.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, nice.
I'd love that, but
Anyways,
I do love that song for that sole reason. I keep
Shout
singing it to
out.
Max to hopefully like penetrate in his brain.
all right. Well, this was a great episode. We just kind of ran, but yeah. Follow MF on Instagram.
Follow me and Roy on Instagram. We'll
Mm-hmm.
pop our like little
Of course, always in the
Users.
bio. Always in the bio. Anyways, bye.